Alright, welcome back. Now the market closed. If you look at the market, well, this is how it closed. The trade limit that closed at this level. Mm, and well, the trade limit that closed at uh, this is not bad. Not really bad. Well, so long as why am I saying it's not bad? That's the day we can have this retest, but as long as the weekly time frame didn't go off this previous weekend or so, we are still fine. So now what I have is for this session we can go through these four. In the next session we can go through the other four maybe. Then the other another four and close the day, okay? Yeah, so I've put NZD USD this week. It's very simple. Let me just try to remove this. Look at this week. This is our weekly forecast. Right. And if you can see, we have a very nice head and shoulder. Uh, this something like this. See? So this symbolizes that price has to buy. Okay? If we put the daily time frame, then we get to see it well. You see? Now this level, you have this zone, and we have this other zone. Okay. Then we have the daily breaking above this level. Going bullish, you see? Uh-huh. So the first thing that we were looking for was buying. If you remember that week, the moment price spoke above this level, I was waiting for price to test here by price. Ended up having a deeper test. You see? What else was price ended up buying? But I was also waiting for retest here and this point. Why? Because I saw this was also a daily OG level, you see? And that's why price ended up playing around this zone. But not only did it play around this zone, the same case, you can also see that price was made the double bottom right at that point. Is it? Which was very interesting. So, upon seeing this double bottom, even if I was to flip the candlestick here in this way, and uh, so as I was saying, was here. So you can see, I was saying if I flip this, if I flip the oath currency pair, so if I flip this and then try to make this the other way around, you see how much sense, you see? So this makes much sense too if we were looking for a sale, right? So we've seen this double bottom, and for us to take advantage of this, switch to the 4 hour time frame. So when you look at the 4 hour time frame, we get to find that price uh didn't break this lower high or this lower high or this high lower low. So this is the pivot where we still have to respect for price to buy from, not this one. You see, because price didn't break above this level. Okay? Hmm. So in this case, what I'm supposed to do here is wait for price to retest at this point and then give me a 4 engulfing. And then start narrowing down to the lower time frames. You can see for the 2 hour time frame, also it's the same thing. Price never broke below here. So it's more of price has to still respect this zone, but it hasn't given any engulfing yet. So this means price can come back here still and give us an entry, which we can use to sell. Okay. Same with the 1 hour time frame. You can also see price never broke below the same thing as well here. So this is still saying the same thing, that we have to still wait for price to come back here and then give us an engulfing to sell. See? Yeah. So it's a very good trade. That's why I've put it in this week. And it was there last week. I just said, okay, we'll still work with the same thing because of how price is moving. Okay? So we'll just wait for this to happen. Mm. Next is GBP USD. Remember, mm, we now have the 4 hour break. Mm. If you remember last week, I was speculating this very much, this pair. Mhm. And I was in another trade, by the way. And remember, when we had this first initial setup here, when price broke above this level, when it gave this pin bar, this one. So I took my entry there, but my stop was just a bit tight. You see? So one thing I didn't realize was when price broke above this level, price never respected this zone. You see? So this made this trade to be prone of this retest. If I saw this coming, I would have waited for this to happen also. For this move to happen. But it still happened in this way. And let's say if we got this trade, we'll still be fine with this loss. Personally, I would be. But I didn't take this as a speculating, as I'm saying. So now we have good news. Just the analysis is still the same. We have good news that price has finally broken up past this high. This is our new high. It's our new high low. So we just need the retest engulfing, then we'll enter our sell based off the engulfing. Our buy, sorry. And I don't know if this can be our take profit or something somewhere else. Okay? But this is our analysis. So now you can ask me why is this now being our analysis in the 4-hour diagram. Let me start narrowing it down to the daily bit by bit. So you can see the daily corrector is bearish, right? Very bearish. You see? Yeah, and this should even show you that if this trade plays out and the daily goes bullish by closing above this level, you might expect another deeper pullback at this same point here before price ends up buying more. You see? So this means that this is actually a very long trade that can even be up to that zone. You see? Provided it breaks above this lower high. You see? But before we get that, you can see that it's still a value trade. The only thing that might make us think this might sell is because the daily is still bearish. Okay? But the weekly is bullish nevertheless. Then once the weekly is bullish, we have enough clarity to go that direction because the weekly speaks for us, okay? So you can see that this is a very strong weekly head and shoulder there, and price has done exactly what it has to do. Break above, retest the weak pullback. What's next is price to just buy up to this zone. See? Mm. Uh, then we can call it a trade. So this is why I've kept this trade as well. Then we have NZD card. The weekly time frame is bullish, as we've clearly seen it be from this level. It's been bullish. Price broke above this zone. We never got to buy this point, and price bought up again. When our price at this level, I couldn't buy. Why? I was waiting for price to break above this zone, which it finally did, and now price reached this level, meaning this weekly OG level was my escape plan, and price came back at this same level, right? If I put in the daily time frame, You see, this is why I have faith in my GPP card pair. It's called price might buy soon. Anyway, the next thing is because this 3-day push is what was also here. So that's the 3-day push, you see, and it caused this retest for NZD card, and you can see how clear this is when we're looking for buys, price went bearish, so this became impossible to buy. See, but now price went bullish here and retested this level here. See, broke above this new weekly time frame. This new weekly order level. You see? Aha. This can be a pivot. Yes, I'm not refusing, but price broke above another weekly high. So, meaning if we can just have one daily bullish candle, this won't happen. Maybe later. Okay. So, uh, uh, okay. So that's the daily viewpoint. But in the weekly time frame, 4-hour time frame, you can also see how clean this is looking. Yeah, I can't even explain much, but just by you seeing, you can obviously see that this is how we'll execute our trade, right? Is our low high, lower low. We're looking for buys. Only thing we need is a buyout, a retest, and just simple as, right? So we need. And once we get that, who are we not to buy? See? So that's why I'm confident. Nah, GP card might go buy too, because it's the same thing also. In this case, you'll be praying if price breaks above this level and retest, I'll have a very nice opportunity to take this buy. You see? So that's the old job. Mm, yeah, yeah. Then lastly for this session is ADJPY. Uh, you can see the weekly we had a very strong push. Okay. The very strong push and price had to go bearish. No, actually it was still bearish. It's just made a new lower low. Now it's testing this weekly OG level. Okay. Which that assists me. You can also see the daily time frame is at this same OG level here. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 rejections. And what's next also is you can see that if we just have a daily bearish close here, this trade is highly likely to sell, most likely. Now, if you look on the 4-hour time frame, interestingly, we can see that the 4-hour time frame made a high and a high low. And at first, I was looking at this point here when we're at this level, but now my focus is at this level because this is where the high low is and high high. So once the 4-hour gives me this shift, the daily will also give me that daily engulfing from showing you. Is it? So this makes me pick this pair for sales. Is it? Uh, and that's why I've chosen these pairs for now. Yeah. And so uh now that we're here, I can even stop and say this is that that's it. We use this for the week, but the next sessions we'll try to go through all these and discover why we are leaving out these pairs, right? Mhm. That's for learning purposes. And then we can also do ZAR USD, US30, NASDAQ, US oil, Bitcoin. And then consider ourselves ready for the week. Okay. But that's it for this session. Thank you guys for watching. Mm. Uh, as I promised at the session, we are at people. We are at can do the other four and also add on Bitcoin times that. Mm, that is the AD card. So the thing is for AD card, let's now in fact what I can say for going further is that this four I discussed to I've already picked them. Okay. So these other station uh I just a way of like you have one more five. That's the way of showing you guys, trying to see if we can add any on those four. Okay. Yeah, but if we don't see any, all will be fine for me. So let's go through it. So firstly, for AD card and the weekly time frame, you can see price is bearish. This is no, this is low high, right? So why is bearish? The weekly is bearish, is it? Mm, but you can see price was rejecting these levels here. So push further, again, so push further, again for the third time, so push further below this line in the weekly time frame. So If that happens in the week time frame, there is there's more what there's more you can't say meaning, but it puts a lot of weight if a rejection takes place in the week time frame than in the 4 hour time frame because the weekly time frame gives me the direction of what I should be looking for over in that pair. That, okay. Mm. So the weekly time frame is already bearish, but in this case, my goal was trying to buy so I can tap into this zone. You see? Because price failed to sell with this indecision, and it showed me that price can actually buy a bit after this level before it sells, right? Mhm. So that's why I did this pair last week. And then what happened was we were probably no, I was looking for sales actually. Not sales, guys. I was looking for sales. Just remember at this point here, because price broke below and retested, right? Then why here? This is where we closed on Friday. So I was waiting for Monday to open, and this was a very nice Monday confirmation. But just Tuesday, price ended up going a different route. So I was selling because the week today was also bearish at this level. Yeah, so but price ended up testing back to this weekly level. So in this pair, buying will be very wrong motive for this week. Okay. Yes, we can see that price is kind of making higher lows now. I can see price uh, trying to make, even though it's not clear, but you can see there is this push from this zone that moves price all the way there. You see? So for me, this means that price was bearish here, you can see, but then shifted, started buying. And yes, at the deeper retest, but if I want to start buying this pair, regardless of the shift, I would want the daily time frame, break above this level here, these two levels, then I can join it this point. Why? Because the weekly is bearish, first of all. Okay. So I'm trying to make sure that the weekly gets past all this noise. Then I'll know, okay, this pair is ready for me to sell. Okay. At the end of the day, we if we buy now, yes, we're buying based on the daily time frame, and we're buying the hope of seeing this to happen, uh, seeing this move to happen, which I don't really like doing. Uh, in this case, my best chance is selling. As you can see on the 4 hour time frame, that there's also a chance that what I'm just from explaining can play out, especially if price breaks above and then the test and the 4 hour time frame. And next test like this, it can be a valid move. But the normal way we should go, the normal route is selling when price takes out this lower low, the daily time frame comes back, gives us that entry. Okay? This can be our big profit. Okay. Why? Because it makes sense even on the it will make sense even on the day time frame that we are selling, because the weekday is also bearish. Now, so I would be very cleanest if Monday can have a slight push up, then Tuesday break. Yeah, then I'll know to wrap up reach this level. Okay, so I'm still looking for sales in this pair. Okay, so this is the analysis I have for AED card. Mm, then uh, AED NCT. See, now things are trying to make sense bit by bit by. Mm, as you can see, as you see, as we proceed. So, you can see this is the hello, the high, then price, after bearish here, then came back to retest, so then, so I'm still bearish. So there's still a chance that next week price can still sell. Okay, but I'm still bearish. And why am I saying it can still sell? It's playing around this level here. See? Uh, so this weekly resistance here. Okay? So we can still have a sell here. But the sell I would love, not what I would love, but which will be more the most uh, suitable way to take this sell is I've seen the daily's movement grade made the low low. Testing this resistance level, you can see, and already price has rejected from it once, twice. So uh, the the thing of the move that working is I hope you've taken note of this. Uh, the daily time frame has to make this simple. Okay. But for the daily to have this push, there has to be the more movement happening in the lower time frames, right? Mhm. So this means that if this is the forward time frame, you have a low high, high low, high high, and structure there. So you just have to wait for it to break. You see, already the daily is bearish. Okay, so uh, there's uh, there's that clarity of us as jumping in the sell. Once we see this break, we see this retest, see this engulfing, yeah, in the bag, in the sell. You see, and at the same time, what do we get? The daily push below. You see, and this can be either two candlesticks or three candlesticks. Okay, but the whole motive is the daily time frame has to be in this OG level, trying to break below. Okay, then the sell will be very much convincing us. Okay. Mm. So that's the analysis here. It's really a straightforward trade that we can all benefit from. Price gives us that entry. Right? Okay. So deal with the card the entity. Just by the look of things, you can see both are trying to sell in respect that the Australian dollar might lose strength, right? So if that's what we are looking for, uh, in the in these other let's deal with these other two pairs, maybe just one or two, because these are on pending, and I think I can even do this at the closing section session because the reason why I've put them here is I need more guys. But anyway, we'll see where just time because okay. I want these videos to be at least maybe 8 minutes long, max 15, okay. So don't get bored watching something. Because I know by now you've been following me, you already know what I'm doing. Uh, so yeah, let's proceed. This is a Euro card. If you remember very well, uh, price broke past this one when we were planning for an entry, but I was already in that trade, if you remember. Mhm. And then this was Friday. This when price tried to come back here and then ended up buying. So in my mind, there was no means of price having this retest. First of all, it already broke past had this big rejection in price already respected this pivot, the lower time frames, but regardless, price came my side trading below this resistance here. Right? So for me to join this buys, because price is still bullish in the weekly time frame. Yeah, very bullish. Just the price ended up having a rejection at this point. But one important thing is the only thing why I'm allowing this rejection, not feeling any that type of ways. Firstly, I always tell you if price opens in a weekly time frame without any rejection, price always comes to you. Look at this push here. Price did it, price opened without any weak rejection. Price bought 3 weeks, almost a month, but still price came back to fill it up. So same as this low level here. And same as this same level here. So if we can have a weak pullback at this point, I wouldn't be shocked. That would be the reason. But either way, still we are bullish. And by the look of things, we cannot see price just trying to respect this weekly for GWA. Okay. Okay. So how do we go about this fight? Right? But all among these, there's what pick your right? How do we go about this fight? So, if now price is at this point, the daily time frame needs a little bit of condition, right? In our best case, the, the best shot we have this is having a bullish gap, and that's all I can say. Yes, that before I think oh, this is for attention. I noticed something. This is not way different from my drawdown right now. You can see. So it's literally the same thing where this pair has to go up and it's well known. You can see how price is moving. But before I get this daily push here, I need what? I need the forward to what? Break above this level and then retest, then I'll buy. See? But before I, well, the time I'll get this fit buy break is when I get my daily back on this resistance level. You see? Mm-hmm. And why I'm expecting this to happen is because price is at the weekly OG level. So I expect rejection happening at this level. You can see whenever we are above and we came back here, sometimes price had take out and still rejected up. Mm, came back here, but since it's at this level, has to respect and repeat the same thing here. So, um, yeah, so that's the job we have is price breaking above this level for us. Mm, so even if I was to flip this, mm, you can all see that it's a very nice trade. It's actually I've never got any sales of recent, but I really like selling more than buying. Then it's a really nice trade where you're just waiting for price to shift and you can buy, right? Keep this in your mind, just keep it in your mind. Let me show you something. Remember, price was bullish. All we're waiting for the shift back to sell, you see? Mm-hmm. Same level this point here. Price is bullish, waiting for a shift. So, so it's the same picture I'm giving you here. The price is bullish, is bearish. I just break above and then what? Buy. So this is also a very good trade. Also a very good trade. Uh, so all these we just have to see which one makes the most sense. In fact, many of them did make sense, but you can't just trade all of them. You see, some just learn from them, some participate in them. Yeah. Oh, the last Here I can look up the AUD and calculate the session, right? Mm, wanting to buy this the longest, especially after the time price went bullish here. Daily was bearish at this point. I wouldn't buy. At this point, it was also bearish. I wouldn't buy. Price maintained almost shifting this level, but still, then the daily uh, had this massive push. So here I just played both sides. If this was the 9 chart, you can see price shifted at the candlestick, but charts price is still bearish. So if we play same was still bullish, or now bullish, you can see price broke past this resistance, and the price uh, retested here. You can see, but the only bad part was people was very back here. Tested price was mm, oh, price retested. The 4 hours bullish. Then when it came back here, the 4 hour bearish. So this pin bar was fine, and the outfit was fine. And I remember telling you guys that price would buy just because of this engulfing, regardless of the 4 hour being bearish. So then when this played out, I was thinking to myself, wow, why not just sometimes buy price gives to the level and gives me uh, price bullish, bearish. Okay? That was just me in my mind. But when I looked in the statement, I was also trying to find any reasons why that didn't happen. I still saw that even in these low time frames, price never dared to respect this one. So that's one of those trades where you miss out. But in the daily time frame though, this was a very clear buy, especially you can see price broke, it tested here. So what was needed was price to buy and ended up showing that it's holding there. So we again what the price do? Price at the deeper test of the engulfing made it buy back. Yeah. So what's my best shot with this setup? My best shot with this setup is this there this level here, my OGB, and this point here. This is the daily candlestick line. So if price breaks above this level, it won't only be 9 chart bullish, but even candlestick bullish. You see? Meaning I just need one day and the oil price broke above, and if we pull back to this level, then we can continue buying. You see? So this is also a very strong day low G level. Not low G level to see. So again, even on the 4 time frame, you can see that if price breaks above this level, uh, we're just waiting for price to come back here, then we can buy. Okay. Mm. And who knows, we can be lucky. Price can go bullish and then bearish at this point, which can even be a better way of selling. Regardless, that has happened in 1 hour. So when price is within this circle in the 1 hour time frame, will be bearish, meaning we'll be waiting for this to happen. So that even in the case where the 4 hour just retraces and gives us an engulfing, I will know where to place my what? My stop loss. You see? With the help of the 1 hour or 2 hour time frame. So it's really very nice advantage constantly. So this is the analysis we have for this pair. Okay. So let's see how the Monday opened and see if you'll be favored with this trade. Okay. So in the next session, I'll deal with the other pairs. Now I'll leave. Welcome back, guys. Uh, nice. Okay. As I promised, we'll do uh I promised this session we'll do another maybe another um what's this? Um 3 20 or 25 minutes. Oh, 25 minutes is fine. Uh we already know what's going on. And most of these pairs starting from AUD card, NZD card, AUD, NZD, Euro card, AUD, USD, right? So now let's see what's going on in Euro USD, GBP, and USD card. Okay, so this is Euro USD. Was actually in this pair last week. Yeah, and this is what we got. Uh, Let me get here on this pair. We got no entry. When price broke above. Oh, no, 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 no. We got an entry. Just remember when Yeah, I think we got an entry. Let me just say. Yeah, I've got an entry. 4 hour break, 1 hour retest, 1 hour engulfing, but by this is what we got. Yeah. Uh, this is what we ended up getting. You can see that price shifted on the 1 hour time frame here, right? With the help of this pivot at this level. So what happened was when it shifted, price had to retest at this point. And when I got that retest, what ended up happening was this engulfing. And through that engulfing, you can see there was this entry when price came to tap into the level during think Asian London. Yeah, sure, it was London. Yeah. So then this is when the entry happened. But then price also ended up coming back into the zone and shifting, retesting, another engulfing, and price shooted up. So the entry took place in the lower time frame. And when price broke above this point, there was already news. So there was no time for price to retest. And then price ended up shooting up and breaking above, making a new high. This is a pivot. So with what we are seeing now, price has already bought at the level it was supposed to buy from. But let's try to see. Let's try to see what the daily is saying. If there is at all anything useful at this point that we can trade with. Okay. Uh, uh, so you can see that price broke above, tested with this pivot and broke above, tested and engulfed this level. Just the same thing I was showing you in the 1 hour time frame. Is it? So, uh, what we are, I don't see any daily energy level. The weekly, I also don't see anything apart from this point. So, the best way to go about this trade, honestly, is just try something. Just give me a second. Let's try something. What if I put it away? What happens? Yeah. Why do I put the label here? So it makes sense with the one touch, two, three, four. See? Uh-huh. If you get me, get what I mean. If you get what I mean, get what I'm saying. Get what I'm saying? We're moving together. So you can see now we are bullish right on the 4 hour time frame, but still the pivot is very long. Yeah, very long. But you can still participate in this buy. Why not? Uh, the only key thing is waiting for price to come back in this zone. Yeah, just wait for it to come back here. But the bad part also is this is the only high low and this is the only high. So it's a bit tricky. So that's why I put it on speculation. But I still believe price will still buy. Might have a retest. Maybe at the same point here where we got the buyers from. Again at the same level you can see uh we're having another engulf OG level here. We have one, two, three. See? What I'm saying is this is also an OG level. Yeah, that's it. Right there, so let me try to see where this leads us. Yeah, it's the only way we can participate in this market. Is just simply waiting for price to come back here and then you can solidify that buy, right? Mm. AUD card. Oh, GP AUD. Let's see what we have here. We have the daily, uh, making a. Let me start with the weekly first so I know what's going on. Okay. The weekly is still bearish according to the mm, candlestick pattern, but with the line charts, the candlestick charts is still bearish, but with the line chart, we are bullish. So if we follow the line chart, this is just price respecting this zone here, so I can buy more, right? Okay, so let's try to say, let's say we follow the line chart, which one will make more sense, okay? So that's bearish, bullish, daily. Um, this is if I follow the line chart, then this is also uh shift, and then the daily is also bullish, but I'm following the line chart, and if I'm following the line chart again, you can see that the 4 hour is bearish, is bullish at my OG level here. Uh, uh yeah, that's it. So meaning if I want to buy this, I need price to break above the test and engulf. You see? Uh-huh. When I get to see this, it will be a solid 5 buy for me. Uh-huh. This is based off my line chart. And 5B. Yeah. Something sensible, right? Hmm. Maybe even that's too far. That's right around this level, right? So, uh, if that's the case, if that's the case, sorry, if in that way we'll be looking for buys, but let's say we follow the original candlestick where not the line charts. In this case, this is my only lower high and this is my lower low. This is my structure. So I'm still bearish in the weekly. And price is even has been broken below mm, price has been broken below my OG level, right? Here. So this means since price has broken below my OG level, I can still focus on sales based on the uh weekly, and again based on the daily, I'm also bearish. You see? So the thing is, if I follow the line charts, I'm both bullish on daily and weekly. If I follow the candlestick charts, I'm both bearish on the weekly and the daily. See? So it's just going always. uh oh, I actually didn't see this. But the only thing is that for when I'm following the line chart, I'm actually bullish on the 4 hour time frame. So I'm waiting for a shift to happen in the 4 hour time frame. Then I can capitalize off this sale. Right? So let's say we are looking for sales and we're already bearish on the daily time frame. Sorry. Uh, so this means that I can draw something here first just for starters. And I can also label this resistance here. Okay. So in this case, since price is way far from this pivot, it has to let this level market gives itself a new lower low like price did at this point. The same thing must just repeat itself in an orderly way again. Just wait for price to break, test, off, we sell. Okay? Or if you can't even have that further push, it's still fine. I just focus on the break. See? That's on the line chart, the candlestick charts. But personally, me and you, we follow the candlestick charts. We don't do the line charts. So we'll go with this sell. If it buys, it's fine. Okay? But we'll stick to what we usually follow, right? And we'll know that. And then we have USD CAD, right? Let's roll up some. Let's roll up some. Let's roll up some. Let's roll up some. Um, so you can see that I have a clear analysis on GPAD compared to Euro USD. So for USD price is very still, uh, either on the line chart or candlestick chart, which makes it easier. work with. For the daily time frame, price is very much bearish, either on the line chart or the candlestick charts. See, this still takes out the low of the candlestick charts. But still, you can see even though the line chart was bullish here, it went bearish a long time. So, since we're bearish on the daily time frame, my interest in this pair remains the same with this same trade I took here. You see, and I was waiting for the daily time frame to shift. Okay. So, uh, and if you also pay attention, this is the same exact trade I took in Euro USD, but in the 4-hour time frame though. I just saw the 4-hour break, switch to the lower time frame. Like in this case, we see the daily break, switch to the lower time frame. You see? Here's the 4-hour time frame. Get the engulfing, buy. Same with the Euro USD pair here. Uh, we we see the 4-hour break above this line. You see the 4-hour break around this level here. Okay, at this point, what do we do? Switch to the owner time frame. What do we get? We get the shift, golfing, stop loss below here. Price tries to test the stop loss, but still ends up buying. You see, so such that this time I'm shifting from the 4 to the 1 hour, but in this case I shifted from the daily to the 4 hour, showing you that it's all and one, it's one and the same thing. So see. So in this case, we said we are bearish in the daily time frame and the 4-hour time frame, right? So the best case is to focus on the daily first. Okay? So wait for the daily time frame to properly give us that daily shift at this OG level. Okay? Or anywhere to give us the shift, then we'll see if it qualifies to be an OG level. And from there, can proceed, okay? So just like that, I add it on pending. Yeah? 'Cause I need the daily to shift. Yeah. Uh, so, I think that's it. Uh, Maybe USD JPY, you can also see everything is fine. It's very fine to play a part of. Price, yes, indeed, reacted at this OG level. We have to acknowledge that still. Mm. So let me just try to mute out this. So this can be a bit cleaner. Okay. So you have to acknowledge that we're here. This is the daily. As you can see, this is not way. It's fine, it's clean, you can see. But though the 4-hour time frame is still bearish, and with respect in whisper you can see price almost tried to shift, but retest this level, but it was just a touch on it. So I just let it be, I think. Uh, Give it another week. Buy no to sell. Okay. And AUD JPY look more cleaner compared to AUD USD JPY. Okay. Uh, so the next thing is Euro CHF. Also, UCHF, you can see we are very much bearish. The daily time frame also. Uh, oh, actually, this can be very nice. Uh, so, yeah, this can be a very nice OG level. After all, after uh, we have any CHF pair here. Okay, let's try to see how this is making sense. Uh, what time frame has tested level? Uh, but broken below the pivot again. Yeah. So same thing, the best way to buy is after price breaks above, then can continue the buys. Okay. I think we can put this one here. Like this one's better. Then USD CHF. The weekly is bullish, but the daily is bearish. That's the only bad part. So my best chance of buying this pair is waiting for the daily to go bullish. Yeah. Then I can continue consider these buys. Or at least the weekly time frame, forward time frame to have a shift. I can see maybe want to buy up and I don't know, but they just need daily to shift. That's the cleanest way I can. That's the only way I see myself taking this buy. Next is Euro GBP. Oh, one thing is that the daily has been bullish, but the weekly is very much bearish. And by the way, the daily is looking, it's nice engulfing. I'm sure there has to be some. There is something interesting already. Price we tested, give out the engulfing. I didn't take this trade by the way. So this trade is already ready to fly. So, but it's a big trade. The daily still mm, bullish. So, but it has to sell. The 1 week just shifted. So, uh, this is where will be tested. I'll also have to pay attention to this. Here, and sell, but the daily is bearish. It's very much bullish. But again, uh, this can symbolize a daily break, daily retest. This can be daily push above. Okay, but price didn't feel that. So, the only good part is I'm on a trade, so I'm in a trade. So I get to maybe skip a day and see if this next Monday candle stick really engulfs and fills up this right the candle price just sells. Yeah, but this is a big trade. So I will not add it here, but I'll just watch it. I would rather add Euro CHF. Yeah. So think think that's it. And I'll see you in the next video. And